Okay, so we were mentioning before all of you came in that there is another class called Academic Preparedness. It does start next Wednesday. I'm also teaching it. Hi. It's going to focus on reading skills and listening skills. So it's around the same time, but actually each class is an hour and a half. Okay, so 90 minutes. So if you're interested in this, you can sign up for that class. Julia very kindly put the link in the chat if you haven't already done so. Just if you're interested, okay? My little advertisement for you as we start class tonight. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thanks so much for coming. Welcome back and welcome. If I haven't seen you yet today, good to see you. We are going to go ahead and get started. All right, so this is our last class. Time flies, right? My goodness. So it's good to see you again. Unfortunately, it's our last class for Language Foundation. That means we're coming to the end of talking about writing in English. And we talked a little bit about speaking in English. So we're gonna try to finish up with writing tonight. Today's agenda is a chance to say hello to your partner. And then we're gonna just go over the basic parts of writing. I'm just gonna review them very quickly. And then we're gonna try to practice adding more details to a paragraph. And hopefully we'll get to this using a paragraph to transition into an essay, all right? So we'll just see how we do with time, but I hope that we're able to do that. And then I just have some suggestions for you as we close this class, suggestions for writing and some links for you to look at, okay? So we're gonna start off with a partner share. So you're gonna say hi to your partner. And today's question is, if you could meet anyone in person, living or dead, who would you want to meet and why? Okay. So you could meet anyone in the world. It doesn't matter if they're alive or not. You could have a meeting in person with them. Who would you like to meet and why? You need to explain why. Okay. Everyone have someone in your mind? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to go off with your partner and just say hi to your partner and just talk to them for a moment about this question, and then we'll come back and get started. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Thanks, Aguinaldo. Thank you.
And B was talking.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
While you're talking, B, I was trying to find the link to share on the chat.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, but I missed your prompt.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll copy the question for you, okay? That's okay. You were trying to help us, so that's always a good thing.
But strangely, I didn't find this exactly event on the event list. I don't know if they didn't post it yet.
Okay.
But there's nothing about this specific next Wednesday event under Eventbrite.
So I'll try to chat to Annalise while we're in class and see if she can send me the link. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Good luck. Have
Thank you.
chat.
Thank you.
Bye.
Tainá is putting her computer on the outlet.
Yeah.
So I choose to meet Malala
Oh,
because I believe what she believes, that we can be free and get our place in the world, just studying, not just studying, but through this.
He's died. So I think for me, he was a good professional, a good pilot, and firstly, and he's a good professional, and he's said something for life, you know, when you think about the aim of your life, the purpose of your life, he always discussed this during his career.
That's okay.
So-
I have to.
Mm.
E Solange, what do you do in Campinas?
I am a teacher.
That's okay. You are a
I-
teacher. Where do you teacher?
I teach at if federal institution.
Same.
The same.
I am.
In Salvador. I forgot.
No, Fortaleza.
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 Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes. No problem.
I dream about going to your place.
How was your conversation? Yeah? Yeah? I didn't hear the name of who you were talking about, Fabricio. I didn't hear it. You want to say?
Sorry?
Who were you talking about? I didn't catch it.
I was talking about Ayrton Senna. He was a pilot, Brazilian pilot,
Okay.
Formula One.
Okay.
I don't know if have you ever heard about him?
No, I haven't.
No.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what did you say? Why did you want to meet him?
Because he was a good professional in his domain, and always he during the interviews he always said about keep going and the purpose of life and keep working hard, you know. So I think he was a good person too.
Nice. Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing that. Thank you. Yeah. Anyone else want to say who you would like to meet? Yeah.
I
would
was
like to
telling.
meet-
Oh, please go ahead.
sorry, Agna. Thank you. I'd like to meet the professor that I'm trying to reach by email.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking about my master's program. So I told this to Tainá, and Tainá wants to meet Malala, and I was, oh, you're so much better than me, and now I want to meet Malala. Forget the professor. If I'm Malala's friend, I can do everything in words.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Thanks, Hinata. Aguinaldo, do you want to say? Go ahead.
All right. I just was mentioning an event the University of Michigan held last week.
Okay.
That they presented a 30 minutes lecture of that philosopher named Marshall McLuhan.
Okay.
And then a PhD professor acted as McLuhan was alive. So he grew the mustache and dressed like the Mr. McLuhan and answered the questions on Zoom. It was so fun.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Hopefully you had a good conversation with your partner. We're going to go back to just some writing tips that I want to make sure we cover for tonight. And then we're going to do something with your partner again. So there we go. So we went over a couple different parts of writing, and I just want to point them out. They're really basics, the basics, but I want to go back to them just to make sure we're clear. And then we're going to move on to kind of building our writing a little bit more. So these were all the points that you had to practice with your partner on that one activity sheet. Is everybody okay with these? You feel pretty strong? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. And then I started to mention, I talk about transition words a lot. They're very important in writing. They're also very important when you're listening, okay? So transition words we're going to look at a little more closely today. And then do you remember the TAP? I always talk about the TAP. Everybody okay with that? Yeah. So your topic, your audience, and your purpose, okay? And just as you're thinking about writing, as you're starting to do more writing, it's really important just to keep this in your mind. It's a very small thing, but it is an important thing to keep in your mind. What's my topic? Why am I writing about this? What's my purpose? And who am I writing this for? And I do it myself. It's something that I learned in a writing class a year ago, but it helps me when I make myself focus on that. So just a small suggestion to kind of keep it in your mind when you're writing, to really pay attention to it so that you can keep on the direct note of who you want to write to and why, okay? So you'll hear me mention it a lot, but it is important to pay attention to, and something that you can correct. Like if you see that you're changing your audience or you're changing your purpose, you can go back and make sure your purpose is really direct, okay? So I know we talked about this a lot, but just as a little reminder. So I'm just pointing out this paragraph. This was the last paragraph on the activity sheet that you did with your partner. And I just want to look at the format or the style that this paragraph has. Okay, so I'm gonna stop share there. Okay, so the first sentence, I know you answered questions about this already, but the first sentence in a paragraph is always going to tell you what the topic is. Okay, and it always follows kind of this format, just so you know. And after that, you're going to start bringing in your reasons plus a detail, another reason plus a detail, another reason plus a detail, okay, or example. So it kind of follows that format. And I know we looked at this, you answered questions about this, and you were all really clear about this, but I just want to make sure you're aware of how this kind of template for writing goes. So maybe a little bit different from Portuguese. It's really direct, and you have to support everything that you're saying, all right? So if your topic sentence is talking about one topic, one particular topic or one purpose, right? Then everything in that paragraph has to support that. If you start to go off topic or you start to talk about something else, it is not going to be a strong paragraph, and that's going to cause your reader some confusion. If you were giving this to your professor, they might be like, you know, you're not clear, okay? So just pay attention to that, and just be aware that it's kind of like a template when we write. It's kind of like a formula that we use, and getting yourself in the habit of doing that will help you write better. Just an observation, okay? So we looked at this paragraph. I just want to point out what I'm saying, okay? So you make a statement. you say chocolate is the best food in the world, right? You say something like that. Then you're going to give your first point plus a supporting example or detail. Then you're going to give your next point plus a supporting example or detail. You're going to give another point plus your supporting example or detail, okay? Overall, we tend to think 3 or 4 reasons are good support for a particular topic. Just keep that in your mind, okay? So if you're writing a paragraph and you have to support something, we think around 3 or 4 reasons is sufficient, is good enough to say that you support this topic, and you're going to explain how or why, okay? At the end of your paragraph, you're going to close the paragraph. And I like to think of it as closing the door. You're going to have a concluding sentence, which is going to finish this topic, all right? Because the next paragraph is going to change to something else, possibly, all right? So you don't want to keep the door open. You do not want to keep the door open. You want to close the door and say, okay, reader, I finished talking about this topic. Now I'm going to talk about this topic, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind. We're going to look at an essay tonight, and you're going to see how it goes. But just kind of keep that in mind, that the topic sentence and the concluding sentence, they're going to be the kind of the barriers around your supporting ideas, okay? So what I thought we could do tonight is try to add more details to another paragraph, which you're going to see in a moment, and then look at how I took a paragraph that I wrote and I made it into an essay, okay? Just so you see the process that I went through, okay? So what I thought we could do next with your partner, and you see how you do, is to look at a paragraph, and what you're going to do is add a supporting detail for each of the reasons, all right? So just take a moment and read our paragraph for tonight. Everybody okay? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so let's just think this through. What's the topic? What are we talking about in this paragraph?
The importance of having best friends.
Yeah, exactly. Right. The importance of having best friends. Thanks, Aguinaldo. Thank you. Right. What's the first reason?
Is because they are valuable, because they are always helping you when you are in trouble.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. So they're valuable because they always help you when you're in trouble, right? What's the next reason?
They know all about you, the good things and the bad things, and they still love you.
Right, right. Exactly. Exactly. What a wonderful point, right? Right. Okay. What's the next reason?
Because they are crucial for because they are crucial for your life, because they are honest.
Yeah, they're honest. Right, right. Exactly. Thank you. And then what's our last reason for this?
It's because they will become like family for you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good job. Good job. So how do you feel about this paragraph? Do you believe everything that it says? Can you
Yes.
support everything that it says? Yeah. 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 Okay.
I just missed some kind of a personal example.
Yeah, thank you, Aguinaldo. That's exactly what we're going to do. Thank you for saying that. Right. So what you're going to try to do with your partner is after each reason. So this is my first reason, right? I'm with your partner, you're going to try to add an example. Okay. So you're just going to add one sentence. You can type it together, you can think about it together, and you're going to add that sentences into this paragraph. Same here, right? Because you're going to give another example for the second reason, another example for the third reason, all right, just to practice, and then another example for the fourth reason. So we're just going to practice this format. So we're going to say a reason, support the reason, say another reason, support the reason, say another reason, support the reason. Okay. So I'm going to bring this over to the chat. You can pick it up, and what you're going to do with your partner is then try to fill in those gaps and see if you can add more information to make this paragraph a little bit stronger. Right now, it has 4 strong reasons. It has 4 very clear reasons, okay? But what we're going to try to do is we're going to give it some more information to make it even stronger, add even more information that's going to make it much more clearer, all right? Everybody think they can do that with your partner? Yeah? You're right? Yeah? Okay, so you may copy right off the chat if you'd like it on a document. I also have this on a document. I'll put this in the chat in case that's easier for you to work on. Okay, if that's easier for you to work right on the document, you can do that. Okay, and we'll just see how we do. When we come back, we're going to look at making something from a paragraph into something even longer. Okay, so we'll see how we do with that. All right, so you're going to go back with your partner and just see if you can add some information. Then we're going to come back and share it together. All right, good luck.
This is complex for sport. One example is enough, MB, or do we need to write all those examples in this paragraph?
You're fine with just one example. Yeah, good question. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking that we should do all.
So maybe one example for each reason, if you can. One example for each reason. But if you all 3 had different examples, you don't have to include all of that. Yeah, if that makes sense.
It's just Tilia, we are writing about Chilean stories that happened a while ago. And but it's complex. It takes time to join.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe your example, Ignaldo, was easier because he was in the street and his car broke and his friend come to help him out. I believe with the wheels, I don't know what was broke, but in my mind, I imagine you and your friend, if you're...
Interesting. All right. Good luck.
Just a minute. Something happened. Oh.
Hello.
Or hello.
Hi.
Example. Hi. My friend, my roommate.
My roommate Rachel.
Rachel. Support support me on my obsession with support me on my.
All right. What do you think about honesty? Would it be about giving an honest opinion to the friends that you care about so they can see a situation from what it really is said, or saying something just to please them? I think it would be a situation like that. Can you think about an example? Maybe talking in general terms, for instance, clothing, disease that you are facing. Maybe it could be a problem with your family. It can be many situations.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. They are genuine.
I did work in IFE.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I go to
Went.
there because I went there because I don't work here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't work here.
But now, would you quit the job and return there or no?
How did you do? You ran out of time? Are you okay? Yeah? Yeah? Good job. Good job. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. So if you're okay, could you please share your group's paragraph in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll just look at them for a moment and see how you added details for you as a group.
My internet is unstable. You are shop parts for me.
Yeah.
But I understand your question about group. We make for paragraph about friends,
right?
And how important in life.
That's right. That's right. You got it. You got it. Yeah. So thank you for sharing in the chats. Thank you. So just take a moment and look at what the groups did, okay? And how they added more information. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Hi. Hi.
Hi, how are you all?
Hello, hi.
Great to see you.
Yeah.
So I got your message and I brought here, can I interrupt for one second?
Of course.
Sorry. Let me see if I can connect here. I can paste here. Yeah. So let me tell you. So this is language foundation, right?
Right.
The thing is that when we opened the registration, that we had a big boom of registrations, we asked people, I don't know if all of you were at that time, right? Especially people from the Institutos Federais, we asked you to choose, we had an application where you had to choose the modules, right? And then we had fewer people for the academic preparedness. And then we didn't open more registrations because we had so many. But of course, now we are resending. A few of you might have received a message this afternoon, right? Fabrice is saying, is nodding, yeah. You agree? Yeah. So that's why I wanted to make sure that other people knew about it, because, you know, some people register and never show up, or some people really want to, but are not available anymore. So we know it's challenging. Bottom line is, yes, please, you can come to this. Ideally, I would like you to register again, right? But what we can do, if you don't mind, send us an email confirming that you want to participate, all right? Let me give you here again, contato. Are you all okay? I'm speaking in English here because I know... Bem, pessoal, embalamos aqui, tá todo mundo 10, né? Tô adorando vocês aqui, muito bom. Adoramos ter a AMB e o nosso grande desafio, porque são aulas abertas, né? A gente quer dar oportunidade para o máximo de pessoas possível. E é claro que daí a gente não consegue ter um controle, né, de attendance garantido, porque alguns vêm, outros não. Mas a gente quer a qualidade, né, do número, e eu acho que hoje vocês estão em 10, né, é um número bom. É claro, a nossa capacidade máxima era 40. Escreve para esse e-mail, vocês têm o contato, hoje nós mandamos as datas, vocês receberam? Eu vou tentar pôr aqui, receberam? Ah, que bom. Então, vocês podem, tanto ali vocês já estão registered, mas se vocês quiserem só confirmar naquele e-mail dizendo vou estar lá, isso garante para nós saber o número de pessoas, the number of participants. That will be helpful for us and for MB too, right? So I think with that, and we will send a reminder, but we want to make sure that we reach people that are really interested, right? And then this Friday, we still have one more session of the other webinar, which is doing fine. And actually, MB, I can tell in front of people here that we got approval of the proposal for the second semester, right? Yay, we will have more modules here. Have you heard? Did you know, MB?
I knew.
Okay.
I didn't know it was accepted. I knew it was.
Yes, your proposal was accepted. Yay. We have to make minor changes in dates, but we'll have you around Brazil for one more. Yay. Good news, huh, guys? I'm so glad to see you all here. So thank you. Go back to your class. Have a wonderful holiday. And I'll see you next week, okay? Bye, MB. Beijos.
Bye. Thanks so much, Annalise. Thank you.
You were very welcome. De nada. Tchau, pessoal. Aproveitem a aula.
Bye. See you. All right. So some more information for you. And for next semester, that means that there also will be more classes. Right. So anyway, looking at the examples in the chat, how do you feel? Did you feel pretty confident just adding a supporting reason or example? Is that okay for you? Yeah. 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 If you read Inara's and Taina's, they use the theme of friends. You'll see some friends from the TV show Friends coming up in their paragraph, which was wonderful. Okay. All right. So what I thought we could do next, we only have about 12 more minutes, but what I thought we could do is look at very simply how you take a paragraph and then build it into an essay. And so I have an example paragraph that I wrote. And what I did was then just take you through how I made it into an essay. So the next part is a little bit more reading. You're going to have to do a little bit of reading, but I wanted to show you this example so you have a sense of how you can expand something. And looking at what you just did, looking just at what you did in the chat, it looks like you already know how to do that. And then you would just keep making, like you would have your introduction, then you would have your first supporting paragraph. Not just one sentence, you'd have a supporting paragraph, and then the next paragraph, all supporting your topic. And then in some cases, you have a conclusion right after that, okay? So we're gonna look at an example, and then you're gonna take a moment with your group and read the essay, okay? This is something that I wrote. I actually wrote about my father, and it's not my best work, but it's something, and it's just an example, okay? So I think maybe the easiest way to do this, I'm just going to point some things out and then you can go with your partner. So this is the example paragraph, okay? All right. And then what I did was I pulled out my 3 reasons, okay? So I pulled out what my 3 reasons were, and you can see this in a moment. And then I added more details to each one, okay? So I just kind of took some notes and added more details to each one. And then I wrote my thesis statement, which is different from a topic sentence. A thesis statement is going to give you your 3 direct reasons. It's going to say very clearly, this is what I want to say. Okay. So this was my thesis statement. And then I wrote it into an essay. All right. So you can learn some more about my life. And just take a moment to read this and just kind of see what you think about it. All right. I'm sorry we don't have more time, but just look at the paragraph. And then if you want to skip down to look at the essay, just look at how I expanded it. This is one example, okay, how I expanded it from there. All right. And then we'll come back and we'll check in right before we go. All right. All right, everybody okay? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to send you off with your partner and just take a look, and then we'll come back and talk about it in a moment, okay? Good luck. Inara, hold on one sec. Hold on. There you go. Sheila, you okay? Yeah? So any thoughts?
it's a great example to understand this idea of how packing, how organizing the statement, supporting example.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, well, we're coming to the end of this class. Fabricio, you want to say something? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
No, you okay? You okay? Yeah, that's okay. So I just wanted to point out a couple different things that can further your writing, particularly. And I'm not sure if you've seen this, but EducationUSA has a free class. Has everyone seen this? Which will take you through more academic writing. We could not get there in the time that we had, but I can put this in the chats for you if you'd like to take this course. It is all for you to access on your own time, okay? So there's no pressure from a teacher, but everything is there and you can go through it. And you might find some relationships to what I talked about having a topic, the audience and the purpose, to forming your writing for an audience, things like that. So I'm going to put this in the chat for you, okay? If you'd like to try it. Oh, thank you, Andre, thank you. Yeah, you got it right. So it's a course that was also created by a fellow. So my job is called a fellow, and this other fellow created it for Brazil. So I haven't taken the course myself, but I know we talk about very similar things. So if it's something that you want to work on by yourself and you want to work through your writing, I highly suggest it. Okay. At the end of that essay, after you read about my dad, I gave you some links for some other examples of academic writing, okay? So if this is something that you want to look at, or if you're thinking like, you know, how do I change a paragraph into an essay? What other examples can I look at? Please take a look at those links and see what you think. And just use them as kind of guidelines when you're writing. I would say the most important thing you need to remember is you need to support your ideas and help your reader see where all of your ideas are, okay? So you're gonna make a statement, you're gonna make a point, you have to support it, and you have to let the reader know, like, this is my next point, this is a, you know, it sounds really boxy, like it sounds really tight, but it's very cultural and it's very linear. That's really the style of English writing, is very linear. So we do this in order to let the reader know exactly what we think, okay? Just like you practice when you did your speaking, when you said, my first point is this, then I think this, blah, blah, blah. It's very similar in writing, very, very similar in writing, okay? Yeah. Well, I just want to say it was so nice to see you every week. I hope that I see you next week and you can continue class, right? And maybe if not next week, I'll see you next semester. But I wish you all the best. If you're applying to university in the US, I wish you all the best. You can do it. You can do it. Just keep going, okay? So my contact information is always at the bottom of my handouts. So please drop me a line if you want to say hello or if you have a question. I'd love to hear from you, okay? So nice to see you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Take care. See you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Good night. See you.
Bye-bye.
Good night. See you.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye, Andre. Bye. See you.